What is going on, guys? Greggles TV. I wanted to answer this question in video form because I keep getting it a lot, and it is about the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G or the Galaxy Note 10 Plus LTE version. You guys, a lot of you guys keep messaging me. I answer you guys, but basically there's three big differences or reasons you might want to go from one phone over to the other, maybe even four actually. So let's talk about them. First of all would be carrier bloatware. So if you have like the Verizon version, T-Mobile, AT&T, or Sprint version, you're gonna have apps that are pre-installed on there that maybe you can't get rid of in terms of uninstalling them. You can possibly disable them, but they're still gonna sit on your phone, and ultimately it just adds more junk and clunk and crap to your phone. Whereas with the unlocked version, you basically, only apps you have pre-installed on there are the Samsung ones and the Google ones, and that's it. And so you're not gonna have any carrier bloatware apps. Now, if you're transferring from a phone that had those apps, it will carry over, but you can uninstall them and they'll be completely gone. Another big difference between the carrier versus the unlocked version is the ability to do like Wi-Fi calling and other things that are built specifically for the carrier phone. So for instance, I know that I have the unlocked version on AT&T and I can't do Wi-Fi calling on the carrier edition. I believe it's the same as well for all the other carriers as well, for have it be Verizon, Sprint, or T-Mobile. You can't, if you have the unlocked version, you won't be able to use their Wi-Fi calling and other specific carrier things, maybe LTE calling as well. Like I can't do HD calling on my unlocked version of the phone. AT&T blocks me out from the ability from doing that. It's lame, but it might be something that would be important to you. So that's another thing to keep in mind if you want the unlocked version over the regular carrier version. Another cool reason to get the unlocked version over the carrier version is the reason of being able to use it internationally under a different carrier internationally, if that makes sense. So obviously with your carrier version of the phone, you can go to another country and use your phone and stay under your carrier, but maybe they don't have coverage in that country, or maybe you don't want to pay the extra fee. Maybe it's more expensive to use your plan over in another country. Well, with the unlocked version of the phone, you can take your SIM card out that's currently in there and put an international version of the SIM card in there, and it will work. It might not work fully complete, like have all the same radios, but it will work at the very least. And you can also kind of do that with the carrier version, but you do have to pay off the phone first before you can. And the last reason being updates. It seems lately, and I have the unlocked version, I get updates later a lot of the time than the carrier versions of the phone. Now, sometimes it's not a huge deal, but I know the carrier versions of the phone here in America have night mode to take photos. I still don't have that. The ability to do that in terms of like being able to select it in the camera menu, super lame, but it is something that you might want to know, that you might get updates maybe a month, sometimes 2 months later than the carrier versions of the phone. Again, my phone works perfectly fine, the unlocked version of this phone, but it's something that might bother you or might affect you. So that's like kind of a big deal sometimes. So which phone should you get? I mean, it really depends on what's important to you. Both have their pluses and minuses. Hopefully I laid them out for you. I'm gonna stick with the unlocked version. There's something about the carrier versions that makes me feel a little bit dirty. That's a great thing about iPhones, is that when you get an iPhone, you don't have all that crap on the phone. You just have iPhone apps or apps that you would basically want. You don't have any carrier apps. I love that, and that's the reason I get the unlocked version. I was so happy once Samsung, a few years back now, at this point, started selling the unlocked versions, USA editions of their phone, is that I could get it, it was clean and it felt untouched. And that's why I do it. So I don't know, let me know in the comments down below which version you guys get. If you do want to pick up the unlocked version, I do have it, and the carrier versions as well. I do have that link down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace!